The Book of the Damned, by Charles Hoyfort, Chapter 28c. London Times, February 16, 1855. Considerable sensation has been caused in the towns of Totcham, Lympstone, Exmouth, Plymouth, and Dawlish, in Devonshire, in consequence of the discovery of a vast number of foot tracks of the most strange and mysterious description. The story is of an incredible multiplicity of marks discovered in the morning of February 8, 1855, in the snow, by the inhabitants of many towns and regions between towns. This great area must of course be disregarded by Professor Owen and the other correlators. The tracks were in all kinds of unaccountable places, in gardens enclosed by high walls, and up on the tops of houses, as well as in the open fields. There was in Lympstone scarcely one unmarked garden. We've had heroic disregards, but I think that here disregard was titanic. And, because they occurred in single lines, the marks are said to have been more like those of a biped than of a quadruped, as if a biped would place one foot precisely ahead of another, unless it hopped, but then we have to think of 1,000, or of thousands. It is said that the marks were generally 8 inches in advance of each other. The impression of the foot closely resembles that of a donkey's shoe, and measured from 1.5 inches, in some instances, to 2.5 inches across. Or the impressions were cones in incomplete, or crescentic basins. The diameters equal diameters of very young colts' hoofs, too small to be compared with marks of donkeys' hoofs. On Sunday last the Reverend Mr. Musgrave alluded to the subject in his sermon and suggested the possibility of the footprints being those of a kangaroo, but this could scarcely have been the case, as they were found on both sides of the Est. At present it remains a mystery, and many superstitious people in the above towns are actually afraid to go outside their doors after night. The Est is a body of water 2 miles wide. London Times, March 6, 1855. The interest in this matter has scarcely yet subsided, many inquiries still being made into the origin of the footprints, which caused so much consternation on the morning of the 8th ultimo mensis. In addition to the circumstances mentioned in the Times a little while ago, it may be stated that at Dawlish a number of persons sallied out, armed with guns and other weapons, for the purpose, if possible, of discovering and destroying the animal which was supposed to have been so busy in multiplying its footprints. As might have been expected, the party returned as they went. Various speculations have been made as to the cause of the footprints. Some have asserted that they are those of a kangaroo, while others affirm that they are the impressions of the claws of some large birds driven ashore by stress of weather. On more than one occasion reports have been circulated that an animal from a menagerie had been caught, but the matter at present is as much involved in mystery as ever it was.